Guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals.
I came across a video today on Fox News between, it was an exchange between Martha McCallum and Congressman Yoho. He was the one that Ocasio-Cortez attacked the other day in a session of Congress. This exchange, though, ended very uniquely because it just totally supports what I said the other day about how the assets at Fox News, like Gillian Turner and others that I've mentioned in the past, but I did a video the other day that said, listen, you watch these guys, you listen to these people, you trust them, but they're going to turn around and absolutely fuck you. And that is exactly what they did to Ted Yost, and he called them out on it. He called Fox News out on it, and Martha McCallum, an IA asset herself, I have zero doubt, which is why she framed the question the way she did. I literally agreed with him when he called out Fox News for being a bunch of lying scumbags. Check this out.
Also got the Bread for the World organization suggesting that maybe they should take you off their board. What do you say about that before I let you go?
Well, I think it's interesting, and I saw the clip before this on Fox News that said I was loser of the week. You're supposed to be fair and balanced. Nobody's even talked to me, and if the Bread of the Almighty wants to do that, that's fine. But I think it's funny how the definition of a democracy is mob rule, and you're hanging somebody before you even talk to them. That's wrong, and that's another thing that's wrong in this country. We need to come together.
I agree with you there.
Well, I agree with you there. I agree with you as well, Martha. Fox News is jacked up. Totally. They are nothing more than an IIA, an Interactive Internet Activities Asset. That's the military nomenclature for that. They're nothing more than that. And as evidence of that, I give you Gillian Turner, who was the vice president of Jones Group International. Dynology basically was Dynology, not even basically, was owned by General James Jones and ran by his son, Jim Jones. And Jones Group International, Jim, is owned by General Jones. All have the same address, all have the same offices and such. And Gillian Turner was Jones Group International's vice president in the same office, a very small place, beautiful but small, as Dynology would have been. Her office would have been right directly next to my boss's. And so she would have had direct access to the ShadowNet. She would have been involved with it. She would have had knowledge of it. And now she's literally she was literally working for Fox News while she was still vice president of Jones Group International, an organization, I would remind everyone, was at one time and still is one of the, if not the largest, DC oil lobby group in America.